Grade 1, Section A, exercise number 1, sits facing adult in stillness. The next one is differentiates stillness and movement. So Shirley, I just want you to push on the bed and see if you can differentiate the stillness and movement. Good. Exercise number 3 anticipates cause and effect. And again, so she knows it's going to move when you start moving your hands down. Yes. Okay. Waits patiently for turn. That's good. Exercise number 5 maintains eye contact when appropriate. Good. Grade 1, Section B, exercise number 6, compensates for movement when the rebounder bed is moved in front, behind and to the side of the student. So she's compensating for the movement. So she's not falling over. This is the don't fall over game. So now maybe one of you can go each side, and Shirley, you can push to her right, Anna can push to the left. And then in front. Yeah, and your side in front, Shirley. Good. Now, regains sitting position when moved off balance. So Shirley, if you can push her towards Anna, but don't fall over, don't fall over. And then Anna push back towards Shirley, and don't fall over. So this is the don't fall over game. And ideally they shouldn't be holding onto the bed, and she's not, that's fine. This is exercise number 8, enjoys being bounced in sitting position. So if one of you could stand behind her now and just gently ride the bed. So we're riding the bed now, so we're not going side to side, we're gently bouncing her. And she appears to be enjoying it. That's good, maybe you could bounce her a bit higher. Good. Okay. Now, if you come down, so this time we're going to get Natasha to initiate the movement. So put your hands on the bed and push into the bed to initiate your own movement. Now, in many cases, we will need to support the student, and the best way of doing that is to enable them to experience what it feels like to initiate the movement. So could you each put a hand over Natasha's hand and then push her hand down into the bed so she experiences what it feels like to push her hands rhythmically into the bed. And if necessary, we can adapt this. If you have a student that can't get their hands flat and maybe they're pushing with their fists, you could put pillows or bubble wrap underneath their fists just to protect their knuckles. Now we're going to initiate movement by swimming arms. Swimming arms like this, making circles. Can you do that? So initially you might need to support it so they get to experience what it feels like to swim their arms. And then you can mirror it. And then finally she'll do it on her own. And can you go higher and higher and higher and higher? Good. Do you think you need a full range of movement to be able to do that? Or could you do it if your arms were like this? Have your arms like this. Can you still do it with your arms like that? With your arms? You can, can't you? So even without a full range of movement, just lift your elbows up a bit. You can still make yourself bounce. Good. Thank you very much. This is section C of grade 1. Exercise number 11, low kneeling position. No, low kneeling like this. Good. Low kneeling position, swimming arms to initiate movement. So it's only movement we're looking at. We don't want it to bounce off the bed, just gentle movement. That's really good. Now, high kneeling. That's it. High kneeling, initiating movement by swimming arms. Again, we don't want them to bounce off the bed. If they are too bouncy, put a pillow underneath them or a cushion or something, or a mattress to stop them bouncing on their knees. Lovely, thank you. We're on to grade 1, section D now. These are the standing exercises. So standing in stillness with feet flat on bed. So just come to the middle if you can and keep still. Good. Now, we want you to maintain your shape, that means stay in that same position, while somebody else is gently bouncing you. So we could have Shirley and maybe Anna as well, just gently pushing on the bed, and see if you can stay in that position. That's really good. Or if we only had one person, that person could stand on the bed with you and support you. Yeah, like that. You've got the handle behind you to support the teacher or carer. Good. So the next one is to initiate your bounce. This is bobble. We just want you to push your feet gently into the bed. That's it. You're not bouncing or jumping, it's just initiating the bounce, just movement. So that's called bobble. Well done. Now can you initiate the movement by swimming your arms? Good. We're now on to exercise number 19. Standing position, hang as if you're hanging from a bar, and bounce. The difference between bobble and bounce is you jump and you just leave the bed, you go a little bit higher. Good. Pogo, arms by your side, body tight and bouncing. Good. Now the last one in this section is bouncing a few times and then stop and stay completely still. Can you do that? So do some bouncing and then stop. Lovely. And the most stable position for stopping and stillness is motorbike. Lovely, well done. This is grade 2 now, section A. We're going to look at popping. Popping is enhancing the student's bounce, and we're going to use it to help her stand. So one teacher behind, gently riding the bed, another teacher in front giving her hand support. So ride the bed, and then on 3, push hard into the bed so that your energy is transferred to her, to Natasha, via the springs, and she'll come up, and Anna is going to support her and help her to stand.
1, 2, 3.
Very good. Okay, can you sit down again, Natasha? So if Natasha was a little bit shorter and her feet didn't reach the floor easily, you could put a platform, like one of these, what are they called? Step-up steps, yeah. You know, from aerobic exercises, an aerobic step or something under her feet. So can we just do that once more? And the person behind can give a little bit of support as they come up. Lovely, well done. Now, same thing, but just with one hand support. So the student's beginning to develop an understanding of what's going on, and we can reduce support. Good. Now same thing, but supporting with the other hand.
Ready, 1, 2, 3.
Good. Now a little confidence building exercise. This is exercise number 3 on section A of grade 2. As we did before, but student with eyes closed.
One, 2, 3.
Good. Now with one hand support.
1, 2, 3.
Good. And then with the other hand.
1, 2, 3.
Very good. Thank you. Exercise number 4 of grade 2 section A. Sitting position. Pushing with hands to bounce and half-time tweak. That means you bring your legs in and then out. In and out. Out, in. Pushing with hands, that's it. Good. Can you straighten your legs a bit more? Good. Next one is much harder. Swimming arms and bouncing and half-time tweak. Oh, that is really good. Exercise number 6, section A, grade 2. Quarter turns in sitting position. So swimming arms and bouncing and quarter turns. And then the other way. Got one more. Do a big turn. See if you can do a quarter. And then back the other way. A quarter, yes, go on. Very good. This is section B of grade 2. We're going to look at some simple exercises, but we're going to explore how we could use them in what might be termed a cross-curricular teaching capacity. We're going to see how we could teach things through these exercises. So could you just stand in the middle? And could you just do a few bounces or jumps? Good. Lovely. Now could you do 3 bounces and stop and stay in stillness? Now I want you to count this time. Can't hear you.
1, 2, 3.
Good. But it doesn't have to be 3. It could be any number, couldn't it? It could be 4, it could be 5, it could be 10. So bouncing and stopping is a good way of teaching numeracy skills. Okay, now could you stand in the middle, put your arms out to the side, and could you do a quarter twist jump to your left? Good. Now could you do a quarter twist jump to your right? So through a simple thing like jumping and turning, we've just looked at fractions, we've looked at left and right. There's actually no end to the things you could teach through that. You could put letters on the floor and teach letter recognition, or colour recognition. You could put coloured cards on the floor, or numbers, or animals. Can you turn to face the cow, the pig, or the sheep, or whatever? Geometric shapes. Can you turn to the square? Can you turn to the triangle? So there's no end to what you could teach through a simple thing like that. Okay. The next one, exercise number 12, is called Hacker. It's a fast knees up and touch. Can you do that? You want to hear it. This is why it's called Hacker. Hacker, hacker, hacker. Can you hear it? So it's coordinating, bouncing, bringing your knees up and bringing your hands down. Very good, thank you. Section C of grade 2. Now these are the progressions towards a star jump. It doesn't include a star jump, it's all the progressions up to, but not including a star jump. So can you stand in a pogo position? And can you jump your legs apart and stop? Now can you jump your legs together and stop? Now can you jump apart and together? Good. Now we're going to introduce arms. So legs apart and arms up. Legs together and arms down. And now apart together. Good. And again. Now we're going to do it continuously. Jumping jacks continuously. This is exercise number 16 on section C. Jumping jacks continuously. Good. Thank you. Section D of grade 2 now, the non-symmetrical exercises. First of all, can you just run in the centre of the bed? So you're having to compensate for the recoil. So you might find it easy running on a hard surface like the floor, but now you're having to concentrate on working out how to compensate for the recoil. Now can you run on the centre and snap your knees? Good. Now we're going to cross over, so you're going to cross the midline. Right hand to left knee, left hand to right knee, while you're running. Good. Now low crossovers, reaching below the knee, keeping your leg as straight as you can. Very nice. This is section E of grade 2. Student in a half kneeling position, that means one knee down, one knee up. And Shirley, you're going to ride the bed, Anna's going to support, and then we're going to pop her to stand.
1, 2, 3.
Good. Now with the other knee up.
1, 2, 3.
Good. Now a high kneeling, that's both knees down. Still got hand support, still got a carer behind. So ride the bed, pop to stand, stillness.
1, 2, 3.
Good. Now Shirley, you can come down. And Natasha, half kneeling. Okay, now you might be able to do this without support, although you may need support at first. Swimming arms, and then one big drive up and make yourself stand. So it's a big drive up and you make yourself stand. Now same thing, but with the other knee up. Well done. Exercise number 26 of section E is back bouncing. So student lying on the back, kicking the legs up in the air and making yourself bounce. So this is a really good exercise for expending lots of energy, for developing your core, and it's great fun. If the student can't hold their head up, just put a cushion on the side of the rebounder. Well done, Natasha. So the handle is voluntary. It can be used for supporting the carer. It's not used by the student. But now we're on grade 3, the handle has to be removed. So you just turn the knob anti-clockwise and pull the handle out. That's it, pull it straight out, that's it. So Natasha, would you like to come and stand in the middle of the Bellicon? And I want you to jump using your arms. So jumping is actually using the whole body. If you're not using your arms, it's just bouncing. So you're using the whole body. Now you're pushing with your feet and swimming your arms, but not too high, obviously. Good. Now, this is exercise number 2 on grade 3. Do you remember earlier on we did a hacker? We're now going to refine that into a tuck jump. So a tuck jump is just one hacker, but with your knees and feet together, and I want you to touch the front of your knees. So a few jumps and then one really nice tuck jump. Very good. Now can you put your arms out to the side? You did a quarter twist jump earlier on. Now we're going to do a half twist jump. So 180 degrees. Good. And again. Very good. Okay, section B of grade 3 now. Straight jump and stop. So watch out for the ceiling. You want to stretch up and then stop still. Stretch and stop still. Very good. And remember that the most stable position for stopping in stillness is motorbike. Would you like to do it once more? So a big stretch up and stop. Beautiful. Now can you do a star jump, landing with your feet together? On grade 2 we did all the progressions up to but not including the star jump. Now we're going to do the whole thing. So it starts and finishes in pogo. Lovely. Go on, one more. Good, well done. Spotty dog, opposite arm and leg. Good. Now much harder. Spotty dog, same arm and leg. That's not harder for you, is it? Good. Finally, on grade 3, a routine. Tuck jump, half twist jump, star position. So when you're teaching a routine, normally you would break it down and put extra bounces in between the moves and then take the extra bounces out. So first of all, could you do a tuck jump and then a bounce? Tuck jump is touching the front of your knees, remember. Good. Now a half twist jump. Good. Now a star position. We could even do a star jump if you wanted to, but the actual requirement is star position. If it's a star jump, it closes, but the actual requirement is star position. So you know, if star jump is too hard, they can still do the routine, but finish it with a star position. Now we're going to refine it a little bit. We're going to put 3 bounces in between each move. So tuck jump, 3 bounces, half twist jump, 3 bounces, star. Okay, tuck jump, 1, 2, 3 and twist, 1, 2, 3 and star. Good, but try not to put the extra twist in. Okay, so now we're going to cut down the number of intermediary bounces. Just 2 bounces in between each move now. Tuck jump, 2 bounces, half twist, 2 bounces, star. Tuck jump, 1, 2 and twist, 1, 2 and star. It's harder than you think, isn't it? Go on again. Tuck jump, 1, 2 and twist, 1, 2 and star. Good. So when the student fully understands that all the exercises are separate from the previous one and not to be mixed together into one big move, you can then take out all the intermediary bounces. So now just the one bounce that comes naturally after every move. Tuck jump, land on your feet, half twist straight away, land on your feet, star. Tuck jump, half twist, star. Tuck jump, half twist, star. Oh, good. One more. Tuck jump, half twist, star. Okay, when you do a star, can you bring your arms up higher? Okay, one more. Tuck jump, half twist, star. Tuck jump, half twist, star. Oh, that was better, wasn't it? Very good. And that concludes grade 3. Thank you very much.